Lights, camera, action.
Hi, my name is Vidhi, and I'm a resident of this beautiful evergreen community since the year 2010. I live here with my family, my husband Amish, and kids Shreya and Ayush, who are 10 and 7, and we love it here. I am a doctor by profession and I work as a primary care physician in the office. My parents always taught me that whatever work we do, the main thing coming out of it will be if it can be helpful to others. And I saw that in my family members when they treated the poor and needy in the country, that they were really having an effect on their health and in turn in overall quality of life, which was very inspiring, and that's what made me decide to pursue this profession. Currently, I'm working with an organization called Palo Alto Medical Foundation, and I must say this is a very awesome organization. Their priorities lie in patient satisfaction as well as taking care of all the doctors and staff who work there. When I'm not seeing my patients, I enjoy hiking. I'm an avid hiker. I have gone backpacking to Machu Picchu, Patagonia. I also love cooking, trying out different recipes. My family, they are all big foodies, and I love to experiment recipes on them. Of course, the beautiful surroundings, the hills, and lots of beautiful scenery was enough to attract us here. Now we love living here, the camaraderie between neighbors, the schools, school teachers, and a lot of our friends is what we enjoy the most here. We love attending festivals at the village square, the Christmas celebrations, and of course, our favorite are the summer movie nights, which we will probably miss this year, but we can't wait for it to start again. A lot has changed in the last few months since we heard first about the coronavirus. Things started changing a lot at work, but I'm very proud to say that I work with a group of people who were very courageous and were very innovative in thinking of ways that we can evaluate these patients without exposing others to the infection. In the first few days, we started going out of our office to evaluate any patients who had cough or fever or any symptoms suggestive of coronavirus so that they don't have to enter the building. It was very difficult because in between our regular patients, we had to go out, change into the whole protective gown, mask, etc., which is very time consuming, and then check on the patients in their car. We also had to do the work for all the work that usually our nurse does so that we minimize the exposure to anybody else. But this we realized was not practical as we were wasting a lot of time and energy just getting in and out of the protective equipment. To improve our efficiency more, we really got very creative. Our leadership really put in a lot of thought into it and set up respiratory clinics in the parking garage of our bigger buildings, where all the patients with these symptoms were redirected so nobody would come into the office, and we all were examining them right there in the parking garage. This way, we kind of made it more systematic and also conserved the PPE that we would have wasted otherwise, using one for each patient. I thought that was excellent, and it has been still going on and working very well. Patients are very happy with the service they get, and we have been able to serve several thousand patients in these clinics. Those days, the weather was very cold, and once we are in the PPE, we were not able to really go to the restroom or take a water break. We were working 5-6 hours straight shifts, standing in the cold weather, seeing complicated patients. Along with that, there was always a fear of coming home back after seeing those patients and the anxiety that we may have caught the virus. For me, the anxiety lasted till I could get the results of all the patients I had swabbed or tested for the virus. In fact, my husband joked with me that you love hiking and camping, so I'll set up a tent for you outside and you just stay in the backyard, which I did not let him do. but these were hard times. So, working out of the parking garages, doing everything ourselves, like checking the blood pressure, oxygen, etc., and cleaning all the instruments, this was as close to wilderness medicine as I could have ever gone. And this is true for a lot of our colleagues as well. We had to take care of some emergencies right there in the parking lot and be retrained to take care of these basic life support skills, etc. It was very challenging and we learned a lot through this process, but I'm very proud that I participated in this situation. Also, the kids and the family, they showed so much support. They felt really proud of us. We used to take pictures every time we dress up in a PPE. And when I showed my kids these pictures, they felt really proud of me. And that gave me a lot of energy. And I thought, yes, I can do this. With all these changes, there were a lot of challenges to keep up with our new schedule, new way of working, kids being home, and homeschooling. It was not easy, but we tried to get some adjustments done and figured out some things, and now everything is going smoothly. Initially, it was very stressful because me and my husband were both working from home, and as it was, I'm sure, for a lot of you, and kids were school, asking questions, needing help with homework. I did feel very anxious that I was not doing my best being a homeschooling mom, but slowly the kids understood that they will be helped after we are done with our work, and they did their best to do their homework themselves. Also, my husband helped out a lot with breakfast, lunches, etc. These things were big changes for us and our routine, but we figured it out. And to deal with all the stress of the weekdays, we still tried to do a lot of fun stuff in our free time and weekends. We have been going for a lot of hikes in the nearby places that we hadn't explored before, a lot of bike rides, and a lot of playtime in the evenings. So it has helped me to keep my stress level down and re energize for the next week when I go back to work or start working from home, either way, but it has helped a lot. These have been unprecedented times, and we have never seen such a pandemic before in our lifetimes. And we heard a lot of negative news, a lot of confusion, whether it was about testing or masking or PPE, etc., and treatment, of course. I saw so much support from community who brought in whatever they could, whether it was 10 masks, 100 masks, making shields. Some of my friends actually stayed home, sewed some masks and donated to the community hospitals. Lot of encouraging and supportive messages from friends and family wanting to check on us. And last but not the least, support from my own family who were always there for me. I must say, I only saw all these positive things, and that's what I will remember from this situation. And there is a lot that we still don't know about this virus. But we have been through this before. Humankind has seen a lot of infections in the past and has come through it. All we need is patience and perseverance. A lot of scientists and doctors all over the world are working very hard to find a cure to make the vaccine, and that will happen. It is only a matter of time, and we want all of you to just have the belief and have some patience. I did my medical school in Delhi and moved to US for my residency. In that journey, I would say my biggest supports have been my dad, who pushed me hard to get to the highest goals, and of course, my husband, who was a constant support during residency. It was a hard journey, but totally worth it.
After a few years of our marriage, one of the difficult times that we had was when my wife, we were living in the Bay Area, and then she actually got admitted for residency in Chicago. So for 3 years, we actually were pretty much apart, but we would meet frequently on a bi-weekly basis. As difficult it was, at the end, it was very rewarding, and hard work did pay off.
A lot of my friends and family already know that I love taking pictures, and this hobby has increased a little bit now during the pandemic, especially with all my cooking. I have to take a picture of anything I cook. Nobody can eat it before the picture is taken and before it's perfect. And so much so that now my daughter has become an expert that as soon as the dish is ready, she would start taking the pictures and then tell me that, are we ready to eat now?
My mom always takes a lot of pictures, makes a lot of food that we have to eat, and loves hiking. We always go on hikes.
Despite of a very busy schedule nowadays, we certainly have had a lot more family time, especially over the weekends. And my kids already know as soon as they see me coming to them that, oh no, she's going to take us on a new hike now. And recently, actually, we did almost get lost somewhere, but we figured it out. So they know me, I love to explore and drag them with me. I do like to experiment on cooking also, and often it turns out okay, but sometimes not so much. So now they are tired of me trying very new dishes every time and serving them some bad foods occasionally. But they know that I love doing that and they keep up with it.
After a long day at work, she has still a lot of energy and she wants to do something even after a long day. And as stressful as the day could be, she still wants to go hiking, she wants to go biking, and it's never a moment of rest for me.
So my husband Amish has been my biggest support, and I have said this a lot in front of a lot of friends, family. Throughout my residency, he was the biggest support, even though we were staying apart, and he always pushed me to do my best. And even till this date, whenever I'm at work, he's always advising me not to stress, focus on the work, and do the right thing. What I would ask from all my community members is that even though these are very difficult times, but try to stay positive and overall try to focus on your well-being. Try to think of all the things we are having time for during this time, whether it is family time, more time to pursue your hobbies, exercise. I'm Vidisha, and this is my evergreen story.